All right, we're out at the home of Brent and Doris Bullen. Beautiful home out here in Encino Park. And Doris just retired not too long ago, so now they're going from a super busy, crazy kind of life to now settling in and wanting to get some stuff done on the house. So very, very excited about this opportunity. They really want to modernize things and bring up the look of the house, so there will be a color change. Doing some different things with these columns, so Brent is actually going to get rid of this railing here and the railing in back that we're going to be working around, so it'll make our job a little bit easier. He's also going to take off these little kind of faux support beams, the little angle supports. He's going to take those off. We're wrapping all 3 columns up here in Hardie, so that'll be part of the job. We're doing beaded porch ceiling on both the front and the back. And then pretty much everywhere we're doing a full tear off. We're doing a fascia overlay, and we're painting the soffit. That's pretty much the overarching kind of scope of work. We're using an 8 1/4 inch cedar mill select. And then we have some stucco on either end of the house, on both ends. The gable ends, there's no siding, it's all stucco. So we're gonna paint the stucco for them as well. So, excuse me, that's kind of what we got going on. Doris did request that when we get up here on the dormers, that if we can kind of look on that soffit area backing up under there. They've had some raccoon problems in the past, and she just wanted to confirm that there in fact is no openings underneath those areas, right under basically right above the roof line on the sides, the return edges of the dormers. She just wanted to check and make sure there was nothing up there. That's kind of a big deal to her, so I want to make sure that we address that for her while we're up there, since we're going to be up there. All exterior trim, meaning window trim, you can see it's pretty rotted at the bottoms of both dormers. All exterior exposure trim will be replaced with Hardie 1x4. So as will the fascia, through the fascia overlay. But all the trim around the windows, even the front door trim, that 1x4 that surrounds the door, that's a new door they had put on, I guess, a little while back. That door and side lights will be wrapped with Hardie 1x4. Again, we're wrapping all 3 front 6x6 columns in Hardie, and then we're doing a beaded porch ceiling. But all the siding on the front, the upper elevation and the lower elevation, even over the windows, the aprons, this window box, this gable, all of that will become Hardie plank cedar mill select. It's pretty much impossible to see that side of the house from the backyard, so we'll check it out here. Pretty straightforward. It's all stucco, so nothing we need to do here except for paint. You can see that pretty straightforward. Stucco is really in good condition. It definitely needs to be painted, but there's no cracking. It doesn't look like any kind of major structural issues. So from that regards, pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of prep work, as patching or any of the cracks or anything like that. So pretty straightforward, but of course this will get all fascia overlay here. Nothing on the chimney, it's all rock. So we're good to go there. And you can kind of see the other angle from the 3 6x6x8s. So again, that porch banister, the railing, will be gone. Brent's gonna take that off. But we will be doing a very nice beaded porch ceiling, which Doris is super excited about. It's gonna look beautiful. Talked about windows, but windows isn't in the forecast just yet. We'll probably wait on that. We also might potentially do a couple doors in back, but we're still deciding on that too. So here is the little side bit that will need to be done as well. Basically for sheathing, we don't know what's back behind here, but for sheathing, we're gonna use our 7/16 inch OSB. We'll put on the Hardie wrap, all the flashing elements over all the windows and doors and penetrations in siding, and then put on the Hardie trim and the Hardie siding after that. So you got just paint, fascia overlay, of course, nothing with the drip edge. The metal roof actually has an integrated drip, so we don't need to worry about that. We're just doing a straight fascia overlay right up to the drip cap. We're painting both garage doors. This is all just minor splitting. It doesn't look like anything's rotted. but we are wrapping. Yeah, that's still solid. So we are wrapping both garage door frames in Hardie, and while we're at it, we can paint the lentils too. There's a little bit of rust showing through there, so we can paint the lentils. And as we come around to the back, this is where the majority of the siding is. Kind of see it from this angle. So again, fascia overlay. Oh, the gutters. I didn't even realize that gutter end is completely off. There's no end on the gutter. It's probably a contributor to this post now that I see that. But anyways, we're taking all the, we're not messing around with this, so nothing on here. But basically on the main house, so the little few runs of gutter on the main house, not here necessarily. We're tearing all that off so we can do our fascia overlay, okay? With walking on this, so it's just the corrugated tin. There are some, some joists, so, some stringers. So my thought was just to put some, some thin plywood up there for weight reasons. But, is using that because I don't think stepping on this corrugated stuff is going to be a viable solution. So probably have to lay some plywood down. He's also okay if the crew decides that they want to peel these back, unscrew them and then pull them back. But I think that's going to be kind of tough because of the narrowness of everything. And also, if we have a platform to work off of up there, we might as well use it, is my thought. But what do I know? I don't know. So if it's better, we can pull this tin back. I didn't really account for the labor to do that. I just figured we'd throw down some plywood and walk on that and be able to work right off of that. So, Brent was okay with that. They're going to be replacing, he's going to tear off this corrugated and put on some decking and an actual legitimate standing seam roof. So he doesn't mind if this is kind of dinged or dented, or as long as it keeps the rain away from the house. That's all he's concerned with short term until they, re-roof it. But everything up here, pretty straightforward. Like I said, full tear off. We are retrimming all the windows, all the doors in siding with Hardie 1x4. Fascia overlay, painting the soffit. And as we get back here, so you can see this little bit of siding underneath. So this is the other porch ceiling back here that is going to be the beaded porch, okay? But all these windows, these are the 2 French doors that we're looking at replacing. So if we don't replace the doors, we will still paint the doors to match whatever the new color choice is. So that's part of it. Post, we're not messing anything with all of these posts holding up this awning. We're not messing with those posts at all. Excuse me, wait a minute, hold on. Back up. We just added this today. This last 4x4 post, it's kind of racked and kind of twisted, so we're going to replace that 4x for them. Right here, that post will be replaced and just put a new 4x there. We won't be doing anything else to it, wrapping it or anything else, but we do need to put it up on a little anchor, so we can, kind of a little foot anchor, so we can set that post in the anchor instead of on the concrete. Back here, again, these 3 outermost columns, we're not doing anything with those. We are, however, underneath going to, and this is when I asked for pricing help and I spoke with Jim about these 2 columns, just like the front. Brent's going to take off the angle supports and the metal railing, and we are going to wrap both of these in the Hardie Cedar Mill Select. The post, I can't get around there because it's closed up, but this post at the bottom is significantly rotted, like gone. So that's why that one needs to come out completely. I have good pictures of it in company cam. There's a little conduit running down here, but that's just screwed against the, screwed against the post. It's not running, there's no wiring running outside the conduit. So that'll be easy pull away and just replace it. But that's what we got with this post here. And then underneath there, like I said, porch ceiling, all of this facing edge below here, that's all going to be replaced with Hardie as well. and then the underneath side as well. The flip side, the opposite side of this, back here, will all be replaced with the Cedar Mill Select as well. These big old windows here, the set of doors, and these big old windows here will all be replaced, or excuse me, retrimmed with Hardie 1x4. But again, these 4x6 posts, columns, nothing's, we're not doing anything with those. So 1, 2, 3, nothing there. We're just dealing with the big old cedar 6x6s. And that's pretty much, obviously up top here. Above, we're just gonna have to flash that, you know, appropriately as it comes into the porch cover there. And same thing with the decking up there. This deck is actually open, so in the event of rain, it does drain below. But we definitely want to keep that water away from the seam in between the porch and the house. So we'll have to flash up there as well. But this French door, that French door, those are the ones we two are potentially looking at replacing. And really, this is the only run of gutter here that needs to come down. Since we're not doing anything here, that gutter is the only gutter on the back that needs to come down. And then no fascia overlay on the patio cover here. We're just talking about the main house as far as the fascia overlay. But that's what we got. We got plenty of driveway to work with back here, you know, for dumpster and also storage of materials. That's really what we're looking at. Brent and Doris, we really appreciate you guys trusting us and having confidence in us to do a great job for you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.